as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Love this time is going to set up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
First down, Love to pass. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. LaVisca Chenault, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. On first down, Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Rodgers will try again on second down. The left side throw complete to Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Caleb Chason. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, Rodgers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
On the move to his left. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Love now on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Love. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And taken at the 46. Touchdown, Packers! This offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And it's 3rd down.
Love now. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Love. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's a first down throw that's complete, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Packers 17, Jaguars 3.
Again, it's Love. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Going back to Love. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Buying time to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Shotgun, it's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
On 4th down, Love. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Josh Jones in on the stop.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's brought down before they get across the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers throwing here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back to the ground, this time to Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
At 17. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
They'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Jaguars 43-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And he's able to put it through.
The score is 24. Jaguars 17.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4.